I set my husband on fire for sexually abusing our 7-year-old daughter. Hi everyone, I'm 40-year-old Tatanysha Hedman, and I want to share my story. A mother is capable of doing anything to take care of her children, and this was clearly demonstrated when I decided to take the law into my own hands. I found out that my 52-year-old husband had been sexually assaulting my daughter, and at that moment I was filled with anger and rage. He wanted to take her life in a cruel way. I wanted him to suffer a lot, so I decided I had to burn him alive. I waited for my husband to go to bed together, then, when he fell asleep, I poured over him a can of gasoline that I had previously bought, and lit him with a match. A friend, who was sleeping on the couch in our apartment when the incident occurred, told police she woke up to hear an argument and saw me rushing out of the house. Then my husband ran out of the room with his head on fire. She threw a bucket of water over him to put out the fire. My husband was just screaming in pain and left the apartment, screaming that he would call the police. He went to a nearby grocery store for help and was treated at Seattle Medical Center for severe burns to his head and chest. But, fortunately or unfortunately, he did not die. An officer who went to the grocery store while he was receiving medical attention asked the clerk, and he said that my husband claimed that his wife was the one who did it. When the detective questioned me 2 days later, I myself said that I bought gas, took it to the house, and poured it on him to set it on fire because he had abused my daughter. I also stated that I decided to douse him with gasoline instead of shooting him because that was too pleasant for him, and I wanted him to suffer. I admitted to the police that I was expressly determined to set it on fire because reporting it would have been a waste of time. The police were investigating the allegation of abuse, and the prosecution reviewed the case to see if my husband should be charged against him. Eventually, he was charged and arrested for a first-degree felony of sexual assault. I faced arson charges and assault and domestic violence charges. I was arrested and sent to jail, pending a court hearing. Bail was set at $500,000. Many people across the country were worried that I was going to be punished for my crime of passion. And as news of my crime began to spread, some people have reached out to me to help me. They opened a page created to raise money for my bail and legal advice, where in just 2 hours, I raised $830 of my goal of $75,000. To this day, I am still in prison for not reaching that amount. Do you think she should be punished or not? Let me know in the comments. Like and share my story so that justice can be served. Also, if you want more stories like this, don't hesitate to subscribe and activate the campaign so you don't miss the next one. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end.